RAIDER ReACTION is for mature audiences only. So if you can't stand the heat, stay away from the fire.
It's another beautiful day to be a raider, draped in the silver and black. I represent the shield, I represent the swords. It's that time of night again, Raider Nation, and you come back. Why? Because it's time. It's time to bring them.
What's up, Raider Nation? I am the Commish, coming to you live, as always, from Hardcore Challenge Live Studios. And just where is that? Well, in case you forgot, let me give you some simple directions. It's just down the street, past the house with the boarded up windows. Make sure you stop at the corner and ask my man Joe. He's always in the vicinity. He may be behind the bush, but he's in that vicinity. He's a man of commerce, slipping what you should. He's going to point you in the right direction. He's going to tell you to take a left, and then a right. As you find yourself strolling down the street, you're going to pass a deep, dark alley to your immediate right. It's dark. It's creepy. There's no public street lights. The meek and the mild don't want to go down there. And as you pass it, a cool breeze hits you that chills you right to your skeletal core. Is it the autumn wind? You goddamn right! Should you venture down that deep dark alley? Well, of course you should! Because what you're going to find at the end is a special little place that we like to call deep behind the enemy line. This is Raider Reaction, and as it is every Wednesday, and it should have been yesterday, but now it's going to be today because we couldn't do it yesterday, so we're going to do it today. It goes to the post as we drop back deep in the pocket and let it fly league wide. Oh, you don't even know. See, you all just don't even know. I'll have to. The work it takes behind the scenes of a live webcast that is going. When you hear that music playing, you have no idea the work that is going on. And of course, is joining me, as usual, the Raider Reaction resident sports guru. Prime is in the house, looking very studious tonight.
Yeah, that's what happens when I got to do the show in the basement, man, because the Prime studio gets a little bit chilly.
Little frigid in the frozen tundra. So we are well, round one of the playoffs is at hand. So let's catch everybody up as to where we were coming in between your and I's little season-long battle here. You came in 8 games up on me. So going into the playoffs, we were going to turn them into points. So you're 8 games, you were 8 points in basically coming into the playoffs. Round one, each one was going to be worth 2 points because now we're in the playoffs. So you went 2-2. You were in the Colts team. I was right. You were wrong. Seattle, Dallas, we were both fucking wrong. Neither one of us had Dallas.
Right.
And
Nope.
Chargers, Ravens game, I had went with the Chargers. You had went with the Ravens. You got that one right. And then I had went with, you'd went with the Eagles.
No, that was, you just flipped that, dude. You just flipped that. I went with the Chargers. You went the Ravens.
Oh,
Chargers won.
Yes, sorry. Yes, you had it right, but I flipped the teams right. You had the Chargers, I had the Ravens. And then by a dink and a doink, you beat me in the Eagles-Bears game. So you gained 2, you gained 4 points as I only gained 2, so now you're up by 10 on me. So that didn't help me out any.
But I got to tell you what, dude, you came back hard towards the end of the season because I know about midway through I had a huge lead, and that got dwindled down. So, I mean, hey, hats off to you, bro.
Oh, it's anybody's game still because now this round they're all worth 3, although there's only 4 teams left, so, you know. There's only 4 teams.
It's true, Steven. I do only rock that purple drink in the garage. You know, I'm in the basement now, so it's just this unnamed iced tea because they are not a sponsor.
Purple drink. Somebody say purple drink?
Oh hell, maybe I could use a purple drink. I don't know.
All right. Well, all right. We're down to 8 teams, 4 on each side now. Prime. We got 4 huge games because we're in the divisional round this weekend, and let's hit the first game. That is,
boom.
You got your 6th seed coming in with it was the first game of the AFC. Let's hit that one, which is the 6th seed.
All right.
Your Indianapolis Colts going on the road against the 1 seed Kansas City Chiefs. The Chiefs are a 5.5-point favorite currently on the Vegas line. So nobody's picking the Colts. Do you give the Colts a chance in Kansas City? It's January. Kansas City doesn't have a great record in January.
Dude.
Time of the year.
Well, I got to give the Colts a chance. Right now, Andrew Luck is playing out of his mind. He's carrying that team. He's playing like one of the best teams in the quarterback. I still got work clothes on. I'm sorry, y'all. And the Chiefs, I tell you what, ever since Kareem Hunt had his issue and he got cut, they haven't looked quite the same. They haven't been putting up the 40 burger on people like they did earlier in the season. With that being said, though, I mean, one of the best safeties in the game, at least he was a few years ago, Eric Berry, you know, he's back for the Chiefs now. And that can be, I don't know. I think that's going to do it's going to do a lot for the morale of the Chiefs right now. You know, they felt pretty good, but they kind of stumbled their way towards the finish line. So with that being said, I do think the Chiefs are going to win this game. I just don't think there's enough offensive weapons on the Colts side of the ball. And their defense, although they do host the linebacker with the most tackles in the league, I just don't think they can keep all those weapons contained. Travis Kelce, um, the wide receiver. They got a host of running backs now.
Yeah,
So I mean,
I, I don't know, man. There's just something about I don't see the Colts making it to the Super Bowl, but I just for some reason I see the Colts getting into the AFC Championship game. I don't know why.
wow.
I don't know why. They just went on. They're like that team that just got hot at the right time. They didn't start out well. They kind of bumbled through the first part of the season, but the second half of the season, if you cut off the first half and just look at the second half of the season, they were as good as any team in the AFC through the second half of the NFL season, and they're peaking at the right damn time. And I don't know, man. It's got upset written all over it. Kansas City's just got that stigma and that psychological block that they just cannot get it done in January. I don't know. Hey, I hate the Chiefs, but stats are stats. They suck in January. They're like, what, 1-10 in their last how many playoff appearances?
Well, yeah, but at the same time, I don't know if history is going to have a lot to do with what happens this weekend. I mean, we got to talk about the here and now, and right now, they're boasting the quarterback that's probably going to end up being the MVP of the league, 50 touchdowns, 5,000 yards. I mean, Tyreek Hill is a stud.
Reed is a playoff choke artist. He just does not get it done in the playoffs. And stats don't lie. When you were talking years and years, that's
a playoff choke artist.
You see, you're starting
all right.
Story. Andrew Luck, they said coming out of college he was the next great thing. Right? Yeah.
Man, I tell you what though. All right. Let's look at Andy Reid for a second. All right. He was a Eagles coach for a good long time. Him and Donovan McNabb were just the beasts of the East for a good long minute. Now, granted, he did not win the Super Bowl. Did he make it to NFC championships? Yeah. Did he lose in the first round? Probably, but he went to like 3 or 4 NFC championships. He went to 1 Super Bowl where oh my gosh. He had a running back a wide receiver on a broken leg that was playing. Man, come on.
Well,
like, I'm sorry. He's not a early round playoff choke artist.
He
loses in the
L. He just always does.
Even if the Colts win, I'm sorry. Craig is. No, this isn't Raider talk. Sorry, we're talking about the playoffs.
It's the league show once a week. You knew? Come on, Craig.
Yeah. Anyway. So
stealing boxes.
Even if the Colts do somehow win this game, it is not going to be easy. You don't stop. I'm sorry. I don't care what any of y'all say. I don't care what team you like. Patrick Mahomes is a stud. That boy can play. That dude's doing things with his arms I've never seen before.
James Raider hits a nail on the head, and that was my next point I was about to make. Patrick Mahomes has what, Prime? With the biggest thing that he does not have and lacks. Playoff experience. Playoff football is a whole different animal. When you are out there and you are leading a team and an entire group of men whose season it lives and dies in your hands right there, it's just a different beast, man. I mean,
I understand. It's a different kind of pressure, absolutely. But that kid, I'm sorry, he just won too many games. He threw too many touchdowns to think that just because it's the playoffs, suddenly he's going to not do that. And all I'm saying is, with him and Travis Kelce and Tyreek Hill, they are not going to. The Colts won't be able to keep up. All they got is what?
Who are you picking? Who are you picking?
I'm picking the Chiefs. I'm picking the Chiefs.
I'm picking the Colts in an upset.
Right on, right on.
And honestly,
You got to chase those points. You got to chase those points.
Levon, I work with Levon, who's an ex-Colts wide receiver, and he was giving me shit all morning about the freaking, you got to pick the Colts, man. You got to pick the Colts. I was like, I picked you last week, but I don't know if I can pick you this week, man. But I'm picking the Colts. Levon, I'm picking the Colts. And, yeah, we'll see. That might give me 3 points, Prime. We'll see.
It might.
That's
a lucky miracle.
Right there.
Man.
That's right there. All right, well, let's jump over to the other side of the bracket, which is, let's hit the other 6-1 seed, Prime, on the opposite side, which is your 6th seed happens to be in this one, is your defending NFL champions, the Philadelphia Eagles, who, you know, they won last year, burnt Philadelphia to the ground, and we've tried to make sure they didn't win again with our voodoo doll that we've had going on since the offseason. And maybe we need to stab it again tonight, Prime, just to make sure they don't get this one. But
I got one thing to say. Nick Foles is the truth. That man, Nick Foles is a better quarterback than Carson Wentz.
I do, but I want to be right too, Michael. At some point, I still want to be right. I want to be right. I know. I don't want to lose, but I got to be right too.
Hey, we're taking it all the way to the Super Bowl, so I mean, it's anybody's game.
We're gaining a point each round, so I can still pull it out. I'm in it. I'm in it to win it.
Because otherwise, one of us is going to end up ghost whipping their ride down their street. Talking about Kiki, do you love me?
I'm not looking forward to that one. So.
Me neither. I'm not trying to do that. I'm trying to do that mess.
All right. Well, we've got.
All right, I'll mark your words there, Rick Condy Jr. Mahomes is a novelty, and defenses will be ready for him next year.
I gotta agree with Rick a little bit. I don't know if they're going to like completely figure out the Rubik's Cube of 1 year of that guy, but it's proven fact that once you got a year of tape on a guy and you give an NFL coaching staff an off season to break him down and study him, they attack him a whole lot differently the next season, and usually they can figure a guy out. But it's about
yeah, he'll only throw 44 touchdowns next season.
We'll see. I hope to hell not. Kermit talking motherfucker. I hope he doesn't. All right, so the New Orleans Saints are an 8-point favorite. The Eagles are a dog in this one. Like, y'all remember the stupid dog masks and shit they wore last year? They rode that to the freaking Lombardi Trophy, that whole underdog shit. So that they're again an 8-point dog going on the road in New Orleans in the dome. It's loud. It's crazy. Drew Brees has been lighting it up. What do you think? You got Foles back now, so now it's a whole different game. What do you guys think? Throw it up in the comments. Who you got? Saints, Eagles.
Well, think about this for a second. In order to make the playoffs, the Eagles had to win out. Yeah, they needed some help, but the Eagles had to win out. And during that time, they beat the Rams. They beat the Saints. I don't know, like 3 out of 4 of their last games were all playoff teams. And Nick Foles and the Eagles beat them. They played the Bears. Maybe it wasn't the Saints. It was the Bears and the Rams for sure. Because the amazing thing is this guy was up against Khalil Mack and Aaron Donald. And you know how many sacks they got on Nick Foles? This many. None.
Oh, I'll touch on
None.
that in a minute too. Because I want to go in on that in just a second. You just have to sit back and let me hit a tangent on that one for a minute here in a minute. Because oh my, somebody got me geared up on that one earlier on the page, so I had that one freaking marked for tonight. But yeah, this is a totally different game now. I think You know, the Eagles they've got an interesting setup. They should just let Carson Wentz play through most of the regular season, and then just toward the end of the season, just hand off to Nick Foles and be like, finish this shit. Because it just seems like, you know, Wentz is great, but he's not durable, and Foles is built for the playoffs because they got a chance in New Orleans, man. They got a chance. This is the defending Super Bowl champions. They got a chance, but I honestly think this is Drew Brees' season, and I think the Saints are the Super Bowl favorite. I had him picked for early in the NFC as my Super Bowl favorite, and I'm still sticking with the Saints. I think they take down the Eagles handily.
Yeah, I don't know. It is hard to beat New Orleans in New Orleans. That's probably one of the most difficult things to do. Not to mention Drew Brees has been playing out of his mind, but although he also slowed down this year, I mean, towards the end of the season, that whole team did slow down. I mean, Sean Payton, he broke out like a couple $100,000 in cash and said, "Hey,
Right there.
you want this money? You win the next 3 games." He's trying to I don't know, stir up that team a little bit, get them all riled up. So I mean, if you got to do that, then there might be something going on because they haven't played extremely well coming down the stretch. They got this week off, or last week off, and they're probably getting a little bit healthy. But for the most part, Drew Brees and the Saints, they did slow down, and they should be concerned. They should be concerned. So
I think what you're going to see, Prime, and I think you're going to see more this week than we're all expecting to see Drew Brees come out and just destroy it. I think you're going to see Mark Ingram and Alvin Kamara take this game over, and they're going to be the difference of this game. And Drew Brees is going to have a little easier run than people are going to think because of his running game. I think in the playoffs, you're going to see that running game really shine, man. I think you're going to see those two shine this year. I think the Saints are the Super Bowl favorite in the NFC. They're my pick. I don't think.
yeah, I think they're as soon actually when the Saints locked up that number 1 seed. So basically, the road to the NFC Championship is going to go through New Orleans. Yeah, I don't care what kind of magic Nick Foles does whip up. I got to go Saints too. So.
All right. So we're both on the board with the Saints. We're split on the game in the AFC. Let's jump back over to the AFC Prime. We've got the 5 seed against the 2 seed. Actually, hold on. Before we go there, we need a shameless plug. Because if you haven't been paying attention to the page, it is pinned to the top of the page. We are having the Raider ReACTION 2019 Offseason Madden Challenge. So if you haven't got signed up, you need to message the page and get signed up. If you win your division, we are running 2 leagues, Xbox and PS4. James Rader's going to run the Xbox League. I'm running the PS4 League. If you win a division in any of the leagues, you're going to get a Raider ReACTION prize pack. If you win either one of the leagues, you get an autographed Derek Carr jersey. It's only a $25 buy-in, so message the page. Get locked up. I've already won almost over a third of the league. Voicing as we await the start of the season, which is right after the start. So get in there, Prime's gonna play, I'm gonna play. Come on, shit every time I stream a game. So let's see what y'all got.
Yeah, I'll be in the PlayStation, the PS4 league. I'm not good, but it won't matter.
Lines. Hey, Lines said it. I didn't say it. He's right, though,
Oh, I know. I won't talk about Xbox and PlayStation and the difference between those, the groups of people that play there, the people that are on their headsets talking trash and some of the things they say. But the online community between those two consoles is definitely different. That's all I'm going to say. They're different. So I'll be on the PS4, just to let you know.
Y'all Xbox, but you'd be amazed how many people have been hitting up for the Xbox. It's dead even. You would think it's dead.
Oh, I know.
So,
dude, even amongst like my friends that play Xbox and my friends that play PlayStation, they're neck and neck. Yeah, absolutely.
It's still video games. It's still Madden. I just can't get on with them funky ass controllers, man. Why are the joysticks at the same fucking level? My thumbs are at the same fucking level. So why are the joysticks not at the same level? I just can't get down on that. That's just That's design flaw. Design flaw. Message the page, Craig. Message
All
the page.
right,
We'll get you all the info.
Yeah, let's talk about real football.
Yes. That is real football. What you talking about? All right. Back to the five seed Los Angeles Chargers against the 2 seed on the road, New England Patriots. The Patriots are a 4-point favorite coming in. What do you think? You got Brady.
Well,
he's 40 years old now. Is this his last ride? You got Rivers. Is this his last ride? He's never beat Brady. Ever.
Then you might say he's due. I mean, when it comes to spreads, you get 3 points just for being at home. You know?
True.
So, with that, I mean, who is playing with Tom Brady right now? I mean, Edelman,
James White,
and some James White, who turns up. He turns up in the playoffs. Not gonna lie, James White, he goes crazy in the playoffs. Makes people draft him for fantasy, and he doesn't do anything in the regular season except for like 1 or 2 games. But he turns up in the playoffs.
Money all year. Here's my #1 running back.
He was money all year.
Was. Go check the stat line. I ain't gonna lie. He was good.
What was your record?
Well, my record sucked. My wife, there was a fucking MASH unit.
But it wasn't James White's fault, right?
Why you bring up bad shit, Prime? Come on. I'm sensitive about
You brought him up.
I'm sensitive.
You brought up the team.
My playoff drought of fantasy football absence. I'm sensitive.
It's all right. It's all right. I lost in the first round. I pulled an Andy Reid. No, I'm playing.
Bullshit. I tell you.
No. Man, you know what? I'm going Chargers. I mean, Gronkowski looks like an old man out there.
Oh,
and
it's bad.
And Tom Brady is an old man.
Jokers and Cheatriots. It's an interesting matchup. Yet, Phillip Rivers has never beat Tom Brady and Belichick. They're 0-7 against them. It's on the road. I'm picking the Patriots, man. I can't pick against them in the playoffs at home against a team who is a proven choke artist, Prime. They got their front row at the kiddie table. They're right there. And they've been
Melvin Gordon is healthy.
a long, long time. But I don't know.
Joey Bosa's a stud.
They'll have no fan base there. The only people cheering will be Phillip Rivers' 20 kids. They'll be the only people that
They don't have a fan base anywhere.
I know. That's why he keeps having kids, just so he's got people cheering in the stands. I'm picking the Patriots. God, it sickens me. I'm picking the Patriots. It's gonna be the Patriots and the Colts. And
and Ingram on the line, man. The defensive line for the Chargers is mean, dude. Like Bosa is gonna breathe on Brady, and he'll fall down.
I don't want to pick.
I bet you.
It's like, I'm picking the Chokers and the Cheatriots. I don't want to pick either one of them. Can I pass? But I got to pick one, and I honestly don't think the Chokers are going to win. I think they're going to go there and do what they typically do.
Yeah, I can pick them because my favorite team is the league. My favorite player is Roger Goodell. So I pick the Chargers in this game.
All right, there you go. So Prime's on with Chargers, and I am taking the Cheatriots. All right, so that leaves us one game, Prime, and that is the Cowboys, who nobody thought was going to get here, come in a 7-point dog to the Los Angeles Rams. You got 2 teams from LA in the divisional round of the playoffs. Rams are at home. Dallas is on the road. Who you got? What you think?
Well, the Cowboys surprised me to get this far, to be perfectly honest, but their defense is playing really well. They do have Ezekiel Elliott, who's one of the best running backs in the league. I don't care about Dak Prescott. I think I could get in there and do what he does. I'm just saying. They got your old boy who's playing really well.
Yeah, and I want to see him out. I don't want to see him in the playoffs any longer. He's the only one, the only defector that is still left. That Crabtree is gone, Janikowski's gone, Mac's gone. Cooper needs to fall. He's next. He's got to go.
Did you see Janikowski get hurt?
Yeah, I didn't want to see him get hurt, though. I just didn't want to see him win.
I didn't want to see him get hurt either. But he tried a 53-yard field goal, and he pulled a hammy doing it. Yeah. That's a sign of an old man right there.
That's a fucking big sign. That's like that sign that fell on that chick's car as she was driving down the road this week that somebody caught on video. That's the kind of sign that shit was. That's like, retire! Pow-pow!
Yeah, Seabass needs to hang him up. But I tell you what, I get on his party boat.
Starting for the Raiders anymore because he just wasn't healthy anymore. And here, when you needed him most, what happened? Dude, they lost that game basically because they didn't have a kicker the rest of the game. For the most part, I mean,
yeah.
If they'd had a fucking kicker, that'd have been a totally different game. They could have added
absolutely
an onside kick instead of whatever.
You see that they tried to punt an onside kick.
Like I was like, what the fuck was that? Was worse than the Marshawn play.
Oh gosh.
The Super Bowl on. My God.
Yeah.
That was.
But on the other side of that good defense and Ezekiel Elliott and everybody, you got Todd Gurley. Todd Gurley, I'm sorry, is the best back in the league right now.
Really?
I think he is the best back in the league right now. And I mean, they got some wide receivers that leave a little bit to be desired. But Jared Goff, and I mean, he's coming around. They got that coach. Yeah.
Cowboys.
And that.
What the fuck is that? Must be some third world country. I never heard of it.
Cowboys Nation.
Never heard of it. Third world country.
Just come up with something else. I mean, I'll give it up to the Raiders have the Raider Nation. That's it. All right. The rest of these nations are made up. Y'all are just trying to latch on or something, man. There's no Cowboy Nation. You could say, Cowboys, we them boys, because that's what y'all do. That's what you say. You play that song, we them boys, we them boys. Anyway, that's it.
Easy now.
You're not a nation. You're the Cowboys. That's it. But man,
yeah.
If Gurley comes out in Dickerson glasses, they can't lose. They can't lose, and it'll be an amazing NFC Championship between the Saints and the Rams.
I got Saints and Rams too. I think hasn't it been Saints and Rams all season in the NFC? You knew it was
absolutely.
You knew it was those two teams. Everybody else was just going to kind of get in their way, and it looked like it's going to be Saints and Rams all year long in the NFC Championship game. And I think it's going to be your top two seeds are going to be in there, and it's going to be Saints and Rams. But there's no way. It never works out, Prime, that the top four seeds all make it through to the final four spots. There's always some team that fucks it up, and I'm telling you, this year it's going to be the Colts. They're the ones that are going to fuck it up, and they're going to be in there. It's going to be the Colts and the Cheatriots. And do the Colts? Man, that'd be interesting. I don't know. I'd have, depending on what Andrew Luck does in Kansas City, could you see him maybe? I don't know. Maybe we'll get there next week. That's for next week.
No, Andrew Luck is a comeback player of the year. But anyway, I have to disagree though, because I agree with the fact that all 4 1 seeds or 1 2 seeds don't always get there. There's always somebody that gets in the way. And I don't think it's the Colts. No, I think it is the Chargers, man. The Chargers right now and healthy. Oh my gosh, they've got a stacked team, man. And Phillip Rivers, old man Rivers. He is good. He's good. He's not like world beater good, but he's a top quarterback. He's in the top 15, top 10, You can hold up the table if you want, man. You can hold up the table if you want. Stats don't lie, as you like to say.
He can be 14-2. He can have LaDainian Tomlinson, which is the greatest running back that damn team has ever fucking had. He can have all of that. Antonio Gates when he's healthy and young. He can have good wide receivers. He can have everything he needs. And what happens? They still fucking choke. Now he's older. No way. No. I don't think they get it done. I bet it sucks. Like,
All right.
I got to pick the other team to win because I don't think it'll win.
Who's the best running back left in the AFC?
The best running back left in the AFC?
Yeah.
I guess. Have to be the Chargers.
Melvin Gordon?
Yeah, I guess it'd be Gordon.
Yeah.
I guess.
Who is... They got the best running back. They have the best wide receiver. Hunter Henry's a joke, dude. Anyway, I'm telling you, they got the best defense in the AFC that's left.
Poor Stephen A. Smith. That was just fucking nice.
Stephen A. Smith.
Well, don't you remember? Didn't you see him where he got caught talking stupid shit because he was saying, oh, man, it was the Chiefs game. You didn't see that clip where he stuck his foot in his.
No, man, I've been crazy busy lately, dude. I saw football last weekend, and this I haven't seen anything this week.
A couple weeks ago. You're fucking way off. How'd you miss that?
Christmas, New Year's, I've been busy, man.
All right, we'll cut you some slack. All right, so to recap, in the first game in the AFC, Colts and Chiefs. I'm on board with the Colts. You're taking the Chiefs, who are 5.5-point favorite at home. On the other side, in the NFC, Philadelphia on the road in New Orleans. New Orleans 8-point favorite. We're both on board with the Saints at home to take down the Eagles. Defending champs are out. And just to make sure, we stabbed the voodoo doll right in the head just to make sure it's done. So, sorry, your fuck season's over. You got off the kiddie table last year. You enjoyed that, and then you burnt your city to the ground. So, you don't get a win again. Because your city can't withstand another burning like it got last year. So, we're just trying to help out the people of Philadelphia with the voodoo doll. So, they'd burn that fucker to the ground again, Prime. Guaranteed.
Man, it's Philadelphia. They will burn it whether they win or they lose. It doesn't matter. It's Philly, man.
They don't need to even get there. Because, yes, they'll burn the fucker, win or lose. It may be worse when they lose. It was bad when they won. So. And then on...
Oh, dude, they'll flip cars. There'll be chaos in the streets. Cops will be throwing tear gas and whatnot. Man, Donald Trump will be like, let's build a wall around Philly.
Back over to the AFC, we've got the Chargers. You're on board with the Chargers on the road against the Patriots. I'm taking the Patriots at home to take down the Chargers. And the last game, Dallas at the Los Angeles Rams. We both think the Rams take down Dallas and move on to a Saints-Rams showdown that we've all been waiting to see in the NFC all season long. They've been the two best teams the whole damn year in the NFC. So, I mean,
yeah. They kind of slowed down at the end of the season, though.
They did, but they've got to rest. And I got a feeling, man, I think the running game is going to be key for the Saints. I think the running game is going to be key for the Saints. So, we will see. We will see. So,
now,
I wanted to touch on something because a couple on the page, obviously last week after the Bears lost, we threw up some stuff about Mac as he was, crying on the sideline and blah, 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 blah. And everybody was like, oh, you guys are just haters. Mac's this, Mac's that. He's the greatest player since sliced bread, blah, 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 blah. Well, before we stick a crown on him and call him the greatest defensive player ever, typically, big players...
The Raven defense is way better than the Patriot defense. Go ahead.
Typically, big players show up in big games. And so far, Khalil Mack, historically, has been in the league now 5 years. He's played in 2 playoff games. And through that time, he has not showed up in one big game and swayed anything. So he's been somewhat pedestrian. And until I see him elevate himself on a big stage, I say maybe it was the best move that we parted ways with him because I think he wanted too much money.
I can understand that. He did want a king's ransom for I don't know, for a defensive player, and honestly, I think he deserved it. I know you say he hasn't played well in big games, but I mean, what he's been able to do for that Chicago defense, I know they lost. No one even picked those guys to win the division, let alone make the playoffs or do any of what they did. I mean, they had a great season, the Chicago Bears. They lost because the kicker missed. Actually, there was a fingertip, so it was blocked. But whatever. You got one job, kicker. One job.
Give the poor kid a break, man. This freaking blocked. Boot his ass out of the stadium. Poor little bastard.
Whatever. I bet you he's not kicking there next year. He missed a bunch of those during the season.
Oh, yeah, man.
But they still found ways to win.
He was an upright hitting fool, that's for damn sure. I ain't no lie about that. That dude could hit an upright right and left.
So, I mean, with that being said, I mean, he made that Chicago defense reminiscent of some of the better defenses in Chicago history. Reminiscent. I'm not saying they're up there with, the Urlacher defenses when they had what's his face, the return man. All he did was return kickoffs.
Hester.
Punts.
Hester.
Huh? Yeah, Hester, Devin Hester. That defense was real good. You can take it back when they had Mike Singletary and all that kind of stuff. I mean, Chicago's known for that, monsters of the midway defense. And with Mac there, he brought some of that back to Chicago. Now, Trubisky's a young quarterback. That's generally a pretty young team. And I would not be surprised. I would not be surprised one bit if they were back next year.
I think Trubisky and the offense of that team is what is not going to allow them to get to the next level. They're going to continue to be that same Bears team that they've been now for how many decades? The team that has a pretty good upper level defense and no offense. You got Rex Grossman. You're going to be in that lineage with all of those type of quarterbacks. I think Trubisky's along that line. I don't think Trubisky's that guy in Chicago that's going to get it done for him. I just don't. I'm not a believer in him. I think the defense needed to carry him, and when Khalil Mack needed to step up and be the guy that made the plays, he didn't get it done for their defense in the playoffs.
I mean, I can recall one game where Trubisky threw 6 touchdown passes. 6 touchdown passes by Trubisky. And more notably, they have, Matt Nagy is their coach. He's one of those young offensive minds that every other team in the NFL is chasing right now.
I guess.
I think, yeah, it's true. It's true. The man's creative. You got to watch those plays, man. Some of those plays are like, what? They got reverses and fakes and whatnot, all kinds of, man.
I guess. I don't know, man.
Chicago will be there next year.
Well, you've got.
I'll pick them more next year.
Yeah, the Vikings and the Packers could have something to say about that, so we'll see. We'll see.
What? The Vikings, maybe. The Packers are done.
Yeah.
They got one man, Aaron Rodgers, and Aaron Rodgers can't do it all himself anymore.
They got